this time what I was going to talk about is a little kit that I'm sort of putting together at the moment. The kit is for an M4 type barrel extension. What it uses is a piece of 40mm pipe from the hardware store, or I think it's 38mm. I'd have to double check. I'll have to get you the specs on that. And essentially these are your different components. You've got 4 Pictini rails, your sight. I'm working on a Mark II version of the sight at the moment. There'll also be a flash hider that will go on the end of that. There's your coupling insert for the rear, a coupling like a barrel insert for the front, and a rear flare. What you'll need to do is make yourself a bit of an extended length barrel inner. I just used a couple of old, I think they were Rapid Strike barrels that I had, and just join the two together, make a bit of a sleeve to go over the middle in there, join the two together, and Bob's your uncle. Now, essentially what you do is you have your coupling piece like this that you insert your barrel into. It's a really snug fit, so I'll just put this here so I can use 2 hands. And essentially you push that on and get that flushed up back edge, like so. Alright, now that will then insert into your pipe, which now you glue all this normally. I'm just pushing it into place for now just to show you. So you push that into place, and that essentially gives you your coupling end for your barrel extension, so that will attach to your barrel end. Now this end's free floating, so this is where your spacer comes into play. That slides on over this end and pushes into the front end of the pipe here. And again, as I said, you'd glue all this normally. Then you've got your front sight, which will slide on over the top of that. And then your flash hider will attach to the end of that. Then essentially what you do is you've got your flare, which goes on the back end of the barrel. So you get this type of effect. So you can see where we're going now. Now these 4 will attach to the sides, each side, the top and the bottom. They do have a curve to the bottom of them, so they sit nice and firmly onto the pipe, but essentially you can get this sort of idea of where we're going with this. And what you would do is then, in this gap in between the tack rails, once you've sort of worked out where they're going to mount, etc., is you would drill your vent holes along the length to give you a pretty genuine sort of looking M4 barrel extension. I'll get the final sight version done to show you, get the muzzle flash hider, what have you. Then I'll actually I'll pre-drill the pipe and then show you it all going together, give it a paint up and what have you, show you once it's all painted and everything, and show you the end product actually fitted to the blaster. I'm also working on an M4 style stock, a power stock for my rapid pistol from my AK-47 build. So that's in the pipework line at the moment as well. So once I get that all done, I will come back and show you. I've pre-drilled this one after measuring out where the holes need to be drilled, etc. But yeah, you'll work that out as you go. It's not overly difficult, so you'll get what I mean when you see it all come together. Alright, so essentially what you need to do is you need to So once it's all put together. It needs to be just screwed together completely and glued into place or what have you, and then given a coat of paint. But you get the overall look. Now I'm working on a stock and a handle attachment for the top, and I'm working on an M4 style stock at the moment, which is a conversion from a Raider stock, which will also hold your LiPo battery. Of where I'm going with this, so there you go. So that's where I'm at the moment with the barrel and stock setup. So M4 style stock using a Raider stock, and then that will be a power stock setup as well, and your barrel extension. So I'll continue on with these, get them finished and wired up and painted and what have you. And these, of course, are to complement my AK build. So you put your rapid strike or rapid pistol in that centre section there where the retaliator is currently, and you've got a fully automatic M4 style blaster. And again, I'm going to paint these up in the Nerf Elite type paint schemes so that they don't look out of place and what have you. And so that's where I am at the moment, and I will post another video as I've made a bit more progress. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe